kama BVB. Tutavaa yellow, the yellow wall never worked any magic, we lost it. But ni sawa tu. But in studio, very interesting conversation with twins who play football and ni wasanii pia. So I never get to know who is Sharon, who is Vivian. There's been an argument in studio because I said this is Sharon, Meg says this one is Vivian. So we'll get to know who is Sharon, who is Vivian. Meg, karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Mike. And of course, our viewers, we bring you Monday football in style, like Mike has said. We continue to give you goodies. The team that lost their Bundesliga, nobody expected. But last time I had a question with our Bundesliga team on the other side from Germany, and yeah, I could feel something might happen, but yeah, BVB lost, and that's why today I'm giving you BVB jersey, Borussia Dortmund jersey. Mnaiona hapa. And of course, kuna Quickfire. Mike atatutayarishia. Quickfire atatuambia what it is that he has for us. And remember, all our questions for Quickfire are in this show. So keep following us. On Twitter, it's #MondayFootball at Citizen TV and Jerry Meg at Mike Okinyi. So tweet us for, of course, the jersey. And of course, we'll give you a number to call for Quickfire.
Well, Quickfire today is on 20,000 Kenya shillings, 20,000 Kenya shillings. And remember, I will even give you a hint. Roba alisema last week that Quickfire has to be on... we've had 3 chances. We've given it to the men. Today is a chance of the women on Quickfire. So 20,000 Kenya shillings. Roba, remember, the caller has to be a lady to win the 20,000 Kenya shillings. And we've made it very, very simple today. I've made it very simple. I can even give you leakage. Please get to know what's happening in the FKF Premier League, get to know what's happening in the FKF Women Premier League, get to know what's happening in the EPL. EPL itakuwa maswali 3 peke yake, the rest FKFPL and FKFWPL. That is where we are. And all the questions will be from the stories and the conversations that will be in studio. So that is where we start, and we get the ball rolling, and we start off with the top of the table clash where Tusker FC and Gor Mahia cancelled out each other in a 0-0 but entertaining draw at the Nyayo National Stadium on Sunday afternoon. In a game of 2 halves, Tusker FC dictated the terms in the first half and were wasted by poor finishing, losing countless chances in front of goal. In the second half, Gor Mahia came fired up and camped in the Tusker FC half. It was the same script as they also lost countless chances. Tusker FC lead the log, a point ahead of Gor Mahia. Tusker face Wazito in their next match in Moroni, while Gor Mahia FC host Ulinzi Stars at Kasarani.
I thought we score a goal, but Leisman refused. A cross from right, it cannot be an offside position, but that's the way it is. But all in all, the game was balanced. We got some chances, we didn't bury it, and that is draw, 0-0. I'm happy we didn't consider, and we are still on top. We are going to fight until the end. We maintained Gor Mahia, contained them. Second half, they started playing long behind us. I wonder, and I'm surprised even Gor Mahia can play long balls. I thought it is Tusker. Our coach have been criticizing me. We are playing bad football, what? But I didn't say anything. Where we can learn from the Mzungu person. In fact, we played better football than him. So you cannot kill a lion with the stones. Never.
Yeah, I thought overall, look, I think a draw is probably a fair result. But you have to go back and look. And look, I know we don't have VAR in this league, and it's probably a while before we are. But it's a definite red card for Otieno in the first half. When you go back, he elbows Dennis Nanga not once but twice off the ball. When it happens the first time, we call the fourth official's attention to it, and then it happens again 5 or 10 seconds later. Off the ball, direct elbow to the head, and if there was VAR or if the lines person or the referee sees it, it's a definite red card and a 3-game suspension. And the other one, which I didn't see, but I've seen the evidence of it, Mumeni, the 27, you know, if you were to bring Benson O'Mall over here, he has a scar from his eyebrow down to the nape of his shoulder from fingernails having been dragged down. So the moment when he was down in the box for a long time, he's got a scar the length of his face onto his neck. Again, this is a red card.
Being at Nyayo Stadium, where Kenya Police FC and Ulinzi Stars drew 1-1 in the only FKF Premier League match played on Nyayo Stadium on Friday. Police FC were the better side in the opening half and were rewarded with Elvis Rupia scoring in the 31st minute. This was Rupia's 20th goal of the season as he trails Gor Mahia's Benson Omala by 5 goals in the race of the Golden Boots. Ulinzi equalized in the second half as Stephen Etienne's streaky free kick flew in untouched. Police remained 4th in the league as Ulinzi remained rooted in the 8th position.
Tasema pia blame timu yangu chances, we have created so many chances, lakini unapata tumepata moja tu. Kile nitasema nitajaribu kusukuma timu maana kile bado haijaisha.
Mechi imekuwa ngumu. It was so tactical, but kitu tunasema first half Police walikuwa na upper hand. Walianza vizuri, but nashukuru boys wangu tumejaribu ku maintain, contain the first 20 minutes. Then ukiangalia ball first half ilikuwa yao, second half ilikuwa yetu.
Well, I must admit that the last, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've seen a great turnout of fans at the Nyayo Stadium for the league matches. Police versus Ulinzi, not so much. Tusker versus Gor was quite interesting. I actually want to read a tweet from Bwana Charles Gasheru. Gasheru is always on my case, and he says, Bwana Michael Kinya, as a man who purports to be a lover of football, you should occasionally remove your blinkers and see the growth of any team on and off the pitch as the growth of our league. Learn to applaud the progress of others for the good of the game. It comes from the banter with Tusker FC fans, because there used to be 120, by the way. We used to count. This weekend I counted 1,200. So I said 1,200, great improvement. Omekasirika bado ati there were 1,200. And there were 1,200 actually. But on a serious note, we have to call out the coaches. The banter that is in the interviews is all right, but we can't profile. And we talked about the game between Tusker and AFC Leopards. One coach called the other one Juju Man. That was uncalled for. It was not nice. The case is in court because somebody has sued the other. Yesterday, we've seen one coach profiling the other one because of the race. It is not right. You cannot call somebody Uyu Muzungu. It is wrong. And I think FKF should be clamping down on such issues because we don't need to profile people like that. We saw what happened with the racism, and we saw what the coach talked about last week. We had Coach Firat in studio, and he was annoyed because a journalist called a striker a mixed race striker from Europe. And he was annoyed with that. So for a coach to call another coach Huyu Mzungu, it is not right. We need to get out of that, and we just banter properly and we get into football. That discussion will come up later when you look at who has an advantage in the league, who doesn't have an advantage. Remember last week we said Nzoia, Wakalimwa. Nzoia are hanging precariously there. So advantage Tusker. And we move on. Let's go to the Women Premier League now, where Vihiga Queens signed off the season in style, edging out Gospel Women 2-1 in Nairobi. Queens were crowned champions a week ago, but received their trophy this weekend.
Haya, kwenda kujibu mapigo sasa ni Elizabeth Wambui. Leta cross kule juu, hatari kule, fanya nini? Anafanya masiara hapa, anafunga goli hapa. Adrien Birungi, kazi kubwa ameifanya Elizabeth Mchukiza Wambui. Ni kulia kule, mwaga maji Zamzam kule, Janet Bunji, Nyamira Express, nina mbio, njoni, nimejibu mapigo, njoni, hata sisi tudensi, wamekata mauno, sisi ni mabingwa. Mwita Lavo ama Lavi ni Lavi ama Lavo?
Lavo, ilo atika Queens Hunter.
Funga goli gani hapa? Pili sasa wanatetema. Tetema, ile celebration imeshika. Wanatetema kweli kweli. Tazama hiyo.
The times of Shikangwa up to now. And I hope they will continue winning and maintaining the standards. Thank you.
Haya, huyo amekuwa ni mwenza.
Yeah, reminder, we continue the conversation, as Mike has said, on our Twitter, social media platform. That's at Citizen TV, at Njeri Meg, at Michael Kinyi. Keep tweeting so that we can have this conversation and move on with the Women's League, where Thika Queens ended their season with a 1-0 over Zetech Sparks to finish in the 5th position of the FKF Women Premier League. Zetech finished a disappointing 7th in the league.
Kuokoa timu sana wakati huu wa dakika 17.
Haya, baada anapambana Wendy Atieno kule. Piga shekilegi nzuri Wendy Atieno, piga cross kule. Poteza nafasi kubwa hiyo. Wendy Atieno kupumzisha mganda ile Catherine Kiride wakati wanashambulia hatari ile nzuri kweli kweli. Bado anazidi kushambulia hapa Stella Diambo katika njia nzuri. Stella changa wa kwanza na mwacha chini akilamba nyasi kule. Bado Stella Diambo na mpira ule. Piga save ya maana. Goalkeeper Consolata Irungu. Shuti lake vile vile 18 mgongoni. Linda Joan linapata nizamu yake. Sasa nizamu yake kipa Sharon Asanda. Kwa mara nyingine tena yupo Pure Aluko anachenga za maudhi. Anamgeuza mtu hapa. Fanya haya. Alikuwa ni Ndins. Leta cross nzuri kule Joyce Okuku. Nzuri kule jibu kwa kicha Masinjeri Kinaudhe, lakini Grace Okesa fanya nini ile? Wendy Atieno lakini kai nzuri pale Golda. Siku za hivi karibuni timu ya taifa inajulikana kama Crested Cranes. Haya, kimbiza ile mpira Stella Diambo. Anakosa na Consolata Irungu. Anamchenga Consolata Irungu. Umalizaji na kwa butu kweli kweli. Nafasi nzuri, nafasi ya dhahabu. Cheryl Chaviha. Ushirikiano wao umekuwa ni mzuri kweli kweli. Fanya masiari kule Consolata lakini ondosha uchafu Kristo.
Sijaona Sharon Kasanda ndio amecheza vizuri sana lakini hajangangana kweli kweli. Angalia pale.
Anacheza visivyo kwa mara nyingine tena hapa na ni mara ya 3 anaangulia dharba ya maumivu hapa kipa huyu Consolata Irungu. Baadaye tu mwishoni tu wa mwaka. Haya, badilisha ngozi ile Catherine Kiride. Stella Diambo atafanya nini? Stella Diambo fanya save lakini anafanya nini hapa? Funga goli la kwanza hapa. Grace Okesa alifanya okovu nzuri pale kipa huyu Yvonne Minage lakini
Well, Brazil beat Nigeria